Hello, this lesson is on phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very common in English, and they're usually a verb plus a preposition. Sometimes they're two words, sometimes there are more. Examples of phrasal verbs: wake up, drop off, break out, give away, help out, break up, pay back, look up, blow out, check in, check out, trade in. So there are many phrasal verbs, and some have two words, some have more, but for this lesson we're going to focus on phrasal verbs with two words. Together, the verb and the other word, usually a preposition, have a special meaning. So phrasal verbs are special because the verb has a meaning, the preposition has a meaning, but together they have a new and special meaning. Tenses. Phrasal verbs can be inflected, which means they can be used for past, present, future, and different tenses. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. every Tuesday. Yesterday I woke up at 8 o'clock a.m. Tomorrow I will wake up at 6:30 a.m. So these are a couple of the tenses here. You could also say, for example, I have been waking up at 6 o'clock a.m. since last March, for example. So the phrasal verbs can be inflected. Some phrasal verbs must stay together, and others can be separated with the object. So you would put the object in the middle. For example, she drops off her son at 7 o'clock a.m. Drops off is together. The phrasal verb is together in the first sentence. The second sentence, she drops her son off at 7 o'clock a.m. and you will notice that her son is in the middle, and that separates the phrasal verb. So now we're going to review some phrasal verbs. We're going to look at the definitions and read some examples. Break down. So break is one word, down is another word, but together as a phrasal verb, it means to stop functioning, stop working. We usually use break down for a vehicle like a car, truck, van, or for a machine like a washing machine or a refrigerator. So for example, his car breaks down every winter. I bought a new refrigerator because my old one broke down. Now we have break in. So break is a verb, right? And we have in, the preposition, but together it means, break in means to force entry into a building. I don't want anyone to break in, so I always lock the windows and doors. The past tense is broke in. Maybe for an example, you could say, someone broke in last night. Broke in, break in, force entry into a building. Break up. So same verb, we change the preposition and it has a whole new meaning. Break up means to separate from a relationship. The couple broke up after 4 years. My cousin wants to break up with his girlfriend. Now we're using break again, but with a different preposition. So we have break out, to escape. It is difficult to break out of jail. And then the past tense would be broke out. Check in. Check in. Arrive and register at a hotel. Usually at a hotel, it could be used for different locations, but it's very commonly used at a hotel. For example, we will get the hotel room keys when we check in. And please check in after 12 o'clock p.m. And the opposite of check in is check out. That means to leave or to depart, usually a hotel. To borrow something like books, etc. Also, we use check out. Check out is used in other situations as well, but for this lesson we'll focus on leaving a hotel or borrowing something. The examples: the family checked out of the hotel and drove to the airport. We will check out of the hotel at noon tomorrow. I'm going to check out a lot of books tomorrow. Now we have drop off. That means to take somebody or something somewhere and leave the person, the thing there. So to take somebody or something to a place and leave the person or the thing at that place. For example, I have to drop off my sister at school. I have to drop my sister off at school. So in the second example, my sister is in the middle and separates drop and off. The bus driver drops off the students. The bus driver drops the students off. And again, in the fourth example, the students is in the middle and separates the phrasal verb, separates, drops, and off. Another phrasal verb with drop, drop out. That means to quit, to stop attending. The examples: don't drop out of school. My cousin dropped out of school last semester. I hope she registers again soon. So you can drop out of a lot of things, but it's very commonly used to talk about school. We have call off. That means to cancel something, to cancel an event. The couple called off the wedding. In the second example, we separate the phrasal verb. We called the party off because the weather was bad. The high school had to call off the event because of COVID-19. I hope they don't call off the birthday party. Now we have try on. Try on. To test, to sample. She tried on clothes for 2 hours. Please try on the shoes before you buy them. Zip up. Could you help me zip up my dress? And that means to close the zipper. Don't forget to zip up your pants. Your backpack is open. I'll zip it up for you. She zipped up her boots very carefully because they were a little too small.